Doors closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppe's mom, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
Welcome back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. What? Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
Happy Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Happy. This is Happy Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at? Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. Be the hottest, search about his competition. Microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-B-P-E. 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 You already know Happy Hour in your system.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what today is? Are you aware of what today is?
Today's the day that you got to give out all the high fives you can.
High five!
Because it's National High Five Day.
High five. Give him a high five. High five.
It's National High Five Day. High five!
If you really want to get crazy, go for the double high five.
High five.
Happy National High Five Day. Don't leave me hanging.
Boom. Mic drop. Let's go.
Every time I think of a high five, I think of this. All right, I hear.
High five.
Man, I miss Borat. You could never make a movie like that again.
High five.
I mean, there is no other movie he's made as funny as that. Bruno was not funny. What was it? The Dictator or whatever he did? The LEG show was good.
High five.
856-49 Hoppe. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And I have a new email.
High five.
At gmail.com.
High five.
All right, enough of that. So I want to give a little shout out right now to Wally and Juan. Now, I will admit, I'm a little messy. It's not bad. It's not like I'm living in a pigsty, but it can, if I get a little depressed and I'm getting up early, it can look like a frat house. You know what I mean? And my plate's not bad. But ever since Hurricane Milton, I was having occasional roaches in my house. And then all of a sudden recently, I was like, you know what? I want to do a deep clean of my apartment. And I looked under the stove today, and there was like 5 or 6 roaches, and I was like, ah! So I called up my friend Wally, and he brought this badass named Juan. And they sprayed everything down, they wiped it down, and they fixed it. And I'm very grateful for them. And Wally is a listener of Happy Hour, so I know he's heard my voice before, but I got to know Juan today, and I want to thank you guys. I also got my taxes done today, and that was a great feeling. Went over to the H&R Block on MLK in St. Pete, and this woman, I was in and out in 20 minutes. What was her name? Let me see here. Rebecca Wellborn of the MLK H&R Block. A good job. Now, for people listening in any other city but Florida or Alabama, I know those aren't cities, but you know what I mean. I just had to correct that. I didn't want to let that sit there. For anybody else in the other 48 states, that's better, Ryan. I know you guys had to get taxes done on Monday, but in Florida, because of the hurricane, the only good thing to come from it was the fact that taxes aren't due until May 1st. So I was supposed to get it done on Monday, and I was like, I'm going to push it back. I'm freaking lazy. But you know that feeling where you feel so great? It's almost like you give yourself a high five. Woohoo! I saw this here, and this is interesting. There is a chance that Firefest 2 might not happen. It's been postponed indefinitely. Here is Billy McFarland talking about how it was going to be great last month.
Fire 2 is real. My dream is finally becoming a reality.
I did.
Fire 2 really isn't about the past, and it's not really about me. It's about taking the vision, which is strong.
He just sounds like a con artist.
What makes Fire so cool is that we are selling the experience of Fire. I want to be one of
What does that even mean?
the first festivals that can sell out with no artists. It's 2,000 people taking the risk, seeking the adventure, and wanting to be there for the moment.
He's the worst, man. I hope he gets locked up. Locked up, won't let me out.
The risk. Is it a risk to buy a ticket to Fire Festival 2?
I think it's always a risk. You're taking a risk because I made a lot of bad decisions and messed up the first festival. Until it's experienced, there is a risk component to it.
Yeah, I feel like, you can always get shot in public, and we'll talk about FSU later, but there's always like the risks of going in public, but I've never heard a festival come out, like you don't see Coachella be like, oh yeah, it's a real risk to go here. But that's a problem. That is not a good thing. Billy McFarland, burn in hell. You're a con artist. But to anybody that got duped, I feel bad for you. At all. A woman called into a radio show to complain about her husband crying over the Masters, but not their wedding. Yeah, I feel like dudes that get really emotional about golf is freaking pathetic.
We got married 2 years ago, and he sees me in my wedding dress coming down the aisle. This man does not shed a tear. My dad gave this beautiful speech on our wedding day. Nothing.
God, she sounds like a nagging imbecile.
Yesterday, he's watching this golf tournament, and he cried when whatever his name is, when he won, he cried over a golf. It is the maddest I've ever been.
Wow, I bet you put out a lot. So usually on this prep service, I use Wise Brother Media, which is the best. They'll have jokes from late night last night, and they're never funny, but they're doing a throwback edition of jokes from Letterman and Conan about Easter.
Y'all ready for Easter? I got all the candy, and I'm just waiting for the kids to start ringing the bell. I don't know what happened.
It was not a funny joke, but it's not like the douchey delivery of Kimmel or Fallon.
So it goes on in my house. Every year I get up early and I hide chocolate eggs for my son. And then later in the day, he hides my heart medication.
See, that's relatable. You never hear Kimmel talk about his kids because they probably hate him.
What? Why would you? Of course, every year the big question on Easter is, will the bunny see his shadow?
Well, this year's Easter Sunday happens to fall on the same day as the marijuana holiday 420. Which means no matter what your religion, this Sunday you're probably going to see a giant bunny.
I don't know if Conan smokes marijuana. I've never seen things when I've been on shrooms, allegedly, or weed, or Delta 8. I don't know. I remember, I would watch The Simpsons growing up, or Family Guy, and there'd be the episodes where Homer gets high as hell or whatever, and he's seeing things. Never happened to me. I just have major anxiety.
And now, a mom's thoughts on where to hide the eggs.
Wow, it's already Easter again. It's true what they say, time flies when you're dreading Easter. Where will I hide eggs this year? By now, kids know all the spots. In the bookcase, did that last year.
Yeah.
Under the hoarded toilet paper, did that during the pandemic.
Got it.
Besides, haven't the kids outgrown this? I don't get it. Every night it's all, come on, Mom, we're too old to have a bedtime. But on Easter, yeah, a giant bunny brought us chocolate. Pick a lane, will ya? Oh well, at least I get first dibs on the candy. Mom, why aren't there any Cadbury eggs? Sorry, kids. That's between you and the giant bunny.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because I'm not religious and I'm never having kids. Because I did this thing where I got a vasectomy.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you.
Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I never really know, unless it's like Halloween or Christmas, I never know when Easter is. But this year, I am going to my friend Jesse's house. He's having a pool party, and I'm very excited. But there's also something I want to promote. You know how I talk about strange clouds of Clearwater? 2222 Main Street. And that is in Clearwater. Mm-hmm. They will be having a 420 crawl, a joint rolling competition. They will be beginning at the Palm Harbor Strange Clouds at 35801 US Highway 19, and then at 3:30 to 4 in Clearwater, 5:30 to 6 in Largo, and then 7:30 to 8 in St. Pete. I will post this on my social media at Ryan Hoppe Radio. I would love to see you out there. And let's allegedly get high.
This is not headline news. News. The owner of a Colorado funeral home was caught storing a corpse in a hearse for 18 months. The neighbors said the vehicle smelled so bad they assumed it was an Uber. The former manager of Guns N' Roses says Axl Rose takes 50% of the band's income and clearly 100% of the band's catering. Hooters wants to attract more families by getting rid of bikini nights. Then we'll really know which guys just go there for the food. And Steven Tyler allegedly used the scarves on his microphone to hide drugs. Keith Richards hid his drugs in things called veins.
Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. No, call me. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Let me know. Has there ever been a time you got pulled over for going 105 miles per hour? And what happened? This, of course, happened in Florida. The cops in Florida pulled over a vehicle which was flying down the road at 105 in a 45 zone. It was a bride who was late to her wedding.
Whose wedding is it?
It's mine.
What time is it?
It's 2:30.
Where at?
In Florida, the courthouse.
Hey, you're already late.
You trying to get here?
That's kind of a dick line about a cop. You're already late. Your wife's probably cheating on you right now. And if you're anything like the St. Pete cops, you're a scumbag.
Wait a minute, I'll let you take her, but I'm going to give you a court date. I'm going to get some mandatory court appearance. All right?
What a dummy. Like, I was late to work on September 2nd, and I know exactly, like 9:13 a.m., I'm going like 80 miles per hour, and I'm in the left lane on 275 near Busch Gardens, heading towards St. Pete, heading southbound, and I'm in the left lane, and there's an undercover, and he's like going 55, 60, so I get to the middle lane, and I go around him, and go in front of him, pew, pew! And then the guy was like a dick about it. And I was like, just give me the freaking ticket. I'm late for work. There was a scary moment from yesterday's Mets-Cardinals game when a foul ball with a line drive hit an umpire in the head.
He shoots that one off Hunter Wendelstedt, and he goes down. Oh.
Why does every baseball... Wrong voice, Ryan. Why does every baseball announcer sound like this?
He shoots that one off Hunter Wendelstedt.
He really shoots it. Every baseball announcer sounds like this.
He shoots that one off Hunter Wendelstedt, and he goes down. Oh, my.
Did it get him in the head?
I think it did. Got
Oh,
him right
my.
in the back of the head. We were just talking the other day about how the base coaches wear helmets and that the base umpires should wear them as well.
Yeah, you kind of manifested it.
And Hunter Wendelstedt took a direct shot.
I wonder what that guy's like in bed. If he's like, yes, I'm almost there. Yes. All righty. It is a Thursday. I got a lot done today, so I feel very productive. So I'm in a good mood. That was cool. But here's the deal. We're just beginning the show. This party has just begun. So we're going to come back on Happy Hour on this beautiful Thursday. and we'll play some throwbacks and get things started because it is Throwback Thursday. After this,
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Happy Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Now she'll go her way, and I'll go mine. Tomorrow we'll start the same thing, the same job. One more time. Mrs.
You say you got a man, but what that got to do with me? As long as you straight up with me, I don't give a damn who you see. But when I'm back in town, just spend some time with me whenever your man is not around. Let me be the one that'll hold you down whenever your man is not around. Let me be the one that'll hold you down, hold you down. I'll be the one that'll turn your frowns around. Cause you can be yourself with me, no need for frontin' and sucking in your stomach. No need for sucking your stomach, knowing damn well you can't breathe. Loosen up just a little bit, I'm the one you need to chill with. When you need you some of that real, ooh, wait till you see my. Later we'll talk about it. After the first time you might on it. Compare him to me, I doubt it. I'm Don Blazes, we can go somewhere private and see about it. Even though that we know it's wrong, we know that this feel is strong. On the low we can get this on if you be my Mrs. Jones. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this on. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this on. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. I can tell you what you missing. You miss them hugs and kisses. You miss excitement at night, and you miss excitement at night. And girl, you don't feel the same. And he's steady tripping, ain't he? Tripping, ain't he? Tripping, ain't he? And I'm gon' simply change it. See, I can taste your cherry pie before I slide inside. See, I miss Jones them cause they lonely and they decent times. I read between them lines. I see that you be crying, cause he ain't even trying, so I'm the one to ease your mind. Girl, you ain't fooling me. Your man ain't who he used to be. And plus, girl, he ain't cool as me. Filthy rich as you can treat. You just like the Queen of England. So when you're ready for some freaking, you ain't gotta leave him. You can be my Mrs. Jones. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this on. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this on. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep it on the low.
Let's get busy, baby, take it off. Make it wiggle when you walk. Neighbors gonna call the law, cause I'm about to break you off. Got kids, lock them out. Send them out with your spouse. Make it rock when it's soft. Wanna see you cry a while. Me and you, let's have a ball. Make it hot like Arkansas. Snatch the phone out the wall. Let me see that monkey paw. Tip it low, ride it slow. On the bed, on the floor. Up and down, there we go. Round and round, yeah, you know. Breathing like some animal. Find the camera, strike a pose. Girl, let's take a lot of those. When we done, take some more. I know you tired of creeping, but now you know you cheating. But you with me because you like the way that yeah is eating. You know it feels good, but we both know it's wrong. This what it is, girl. You my Mrs. Jones.
Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this on. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this on. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on.
Oh yeah, that was Little Rock Plays with Mrs. Jones.
Slide down the block.
Let me turn it on with Mrs. Jones remix. Focus, Ryan. Focus. Get back on track.
Today on TMZ.
So, Blake Lively
is a bitch.
Made Time Magazine's top 100 most influential people.
A civil rights lawyer chimed in.
She's the former legal counsel of the NAACP.
She said the Blake Lively I know is a philanthropist. What?
What? Did they donate to the NAACP?
Yes.
There you go.
But was that after they got married on a plantation?
Wow.
Talking about
Surprising news, Sydney Sweeney is getting married. We have photos of her and video in a wedding dress walking down the aisle on the set of Euphoria.
Oh, you know that's got to make her ex feel awful.
Jonathan Davino, he's not getting lucky this time, but eagle-eyed reporters have noticed that there's a crest in the ground, and it's the N for Nate, who
like
Jacob Elordi plays on the show.
Her character in Euphoria is like obsessed with Jacob Elordi's character, so it's going to be like a dream sequence of her like walking down the aisle with him.
Jonathan Davino has the same dream sequence.
The world's first sperm race.
Hell yeah. You know, Kristen Cavallari was there front and center.
Is going down. They are going to have 2 samples of sperm racing to get to the egg.
Hell
it's all
yeah.
going to be viewed through microscopic cameras that everyone can see.
Oh my God.
I was practicing last night.
Like, start with, like, magazines? No. It's not a race to collect the sperm.
Atlanta Hawks star Trae Young had an epic meltdown.
I love Trae Young. I root for him. I loved when he beat the fucking Knicks. Woohoo! But my God, every single year, we'll talk about it later, he never wins a play-in tournament game. Drives me nuts, brah.
During last night's NBA playoffs play-in game, he fires the ball super hard to the official who
Yeah, that's kind of a bitch move.
immediately calls a technical on him. Now, if you get 2 technical fouls, you're out.
And now a second technical, and Young's been ejected.
Yeah, he needs to hit the gym, man. He's so freaking skinny.
It was a meltdown.
You got any interest in the NBA playoffs on right now?
I don't know.
Did you grow up playing sports?
Whatever, I don't care. You know what? Since we're already on the topic of the NBA, I think we should talk about the NBA.
Go. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, breaking down the scenes. NBA drama, living out the dreams. Ex-wives wilder, stories about the queens. Dropping knowledge bombs, all in on the schemes. Hoppe's moves, man, he knows it all. From scandals to the court, rise and fall. Tune in, now you'll have a ball. Hoppe Hour got that shock and awe.
Happy Hot Topic.
To a thrilling night of NBA basketball. The play-in tournament featured 2 games, and we're going to bring in ESPN senior NBA writer Tim Bontemps to break it all down.
What up, bruh?
Welcome, Tim. It's great to see you.
Great to see you guys, too. Thanks for having me.
Well, and it was a big night. The Miami Heat took on the Chicago Bulls, and the Dallas Mavericks traveled to Sacramento to take on the Kings. What were your highlights?
I mean, the highlights were that the Heat and the Mavericks, both the road teams in these games, blew out the opposition.
Yeah, Chicago really choked last night.
The first game, Tyler Hero, you see shooting here at 38 points.
Why did Chicago have to peak as a sports city when I was a fucking baby? They haven't been good since Michael Jordan. They had 2 good years with Derrick Rose.
Miami dominated in the first half, went on to win in convincing fashion over Chicago.
Yeah, they did. And they're not going to fire their coach, Billy Donovan. And Jerry Reinsdorf, that stupid boomer, is not going to be let go. The Chicago Bulls are in purgatory. You can tell I grew up Roman Catholic by knowing that reference.
And then in Sacramento, the Dallas Mavericks, who obviously have been a huge story in the NBA over the past couple months since they traded Luka Doncic to get this guy, Anthony
Yeah, that was dumb.
Davis that you're seeing on the screen now. He had 27 points.
Oh, of course he's shooting a 3-pointer. Why be in the pain and be tough?
As the Mavericks went on to blow out the Kings and advance to Friday's 8-9 play-in game when they'll play the Memphis Grizzlies for the chance to advance to the NBA playoffs.
All right, there's them.
Yeah, so that Luka trade may be seen in a different light now.
No, not at all. You don't know sports.
Looking ahead to tomorrow night's games, who are you?
Well, they beat one team in the playoffs. Oh, good move. Well, the Lakers got better with Luka. You're stupid. And no, it has nothing to do with her gender. She's just stupid.
Expecting to advance to the first round of the playoffs.
Well, in that Memphis and Dallas game, I would expect Memphis is going to win. We saw on Tuesday night they lost a heartbreaking game to Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
I love Curry. I love how everyone told him he would never make it. And he did.
Memphis was a much better team all season. Ja Morant had a big game the other night before he hurt his ankle. And Dallas, without Kyrie Irving, who's out for the season, is probably not going to have the firepower to win that game. Ooh. And then in the Miami-Atlanta game, which is the other...
Watch this nerd be wrong.
The 8-night game, the Atlanta Hawks against the Miami Heat.
Go Hawks! Even though they're not going to win.
I think we'll see the Miami Heat probably advance, even though the
Trae Young needs to go out for like 45 points and just ball out.
The road team again. Atlanta got blown out against Orlando on Tuesday.
All right, so there's that. Why am I playing this? You know the Island Boys? Remember them in 2021? Well, they had a picture of them making out, and they posted it on OnlyFans, a picture of them kissing on the lips, and you know these dudes have definitely run a trend on some girls that get down. They seem like they're the pros at trains. I will post that picture at RyanHobbyRadio.com. Oh, yeah. The Pittsburgh Steelers are now having reservations about signing Aaron Rodgers. The veteran quarterback had been rumored to be signed by Mike Tomlin's team. He had interest in Minnesota and the Giants, but they didn't. He should have just retired 3 years ago. Freaking idiot. Can't stand him. Because I'm a Bears fan, kinda. He always beat them. And it was always this music was on. And that fucking scumbag Jay Cutler would choke. And it would be all Aaron Rodgers. Back in high school, people were like, Jay Cutler's going to be better than Aaron Rodgers. And now they're all stupid. Oh, sure. I got it.
Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHobbyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Missing a piece of the puzzle, and this time I know we're in trouble. You got me spinning in circles and wondering where did the love go. You're not the man I used to know. Could we go back to before when you had fire in your soul? Feels like you don't love me anymore. It's starting to show. It feels like you don't love me anymore. The Mercury's reaching the new low, falling like leaves when the wind blows. How did it all change so quickly? We were the ones who were meant to be. you don't love me and it's cold. Oh, so bitter cold. It feels like you don't love me anymore. And it's starting to show. It feels like you don't love me anymore. Just got my feet back on the ground. Ice cracks and now I'm falling down, down, down. Can't give much more 'cause you just take everything good until it breaks. Feels like you don't love me anymore. And it's starting to show. It feels like you don't love me and it's cold. It's so bitter cold. It feels like you don't love me anymore. And it's starting to show. It feels like you don't love me anymore. 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 Feels like you don't love me anymore.
Happy Hour will be right back.
What up? What's happening? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. This following segment has been brought to you by Daisy Beezy Honey at daisybeezyhoney.com. When I tell you it's the best Delta 8 CBD honey around, I'm a man of my words. Comes in the form of a lollipop. Lick the lollipop, the rapper. A honey stick or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high, go to daisybeezyhoney.com and at checkout use promo code HOPPE, H-O-P-P-E. This is also being brought to you by Fortify.com, Fortifeye.com for the best pre and post-workout around. At checkout, use promo code RYAN20 to save 20% at Fortify.com. This is also being brought to you by WestChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all the Bay Area. On that invoice, tell them I sent you. Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. When I tell you he's the best MMA trainer in all the Bay Area, I'm a man of my word. 2700 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. AmirAcademy.com. And finally, Rich Cayley, Master Barbershop at RichKBarber.com, 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard. And that is in Tampa. Got it?
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour.
Ryan, Hoppy.
Hey, this is Tom Bernard, and you are listening to Hoppy Hour with my friend Ryan Hoppe.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppy Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppy Hour. Hoppy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, what up?
The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah, it's time for that AI song that mispronounces my name. Oh, we gotta stop it real quick. I have a public service announcement. Gareth Dizzy Pinheiro of 102.5 The Bone is a bitch. Just had to get that out there.
This is the theme to Hoppy Hour. The theme to Hoppy Hour. Oh, wow. With Ryan Hoppe bringing
You mean Hoppy?
Let's laugh, let's dance.
That's me.
You walk in the tower, silly jokes, the last shower is here with all the chatter.
Oh, sure.
Folks, it really matters. Hoppy Hour is the thing with Ryan Hoppe. We all
Hoppy.
Grab your friends and let's all swing. Emo, what a zing.
Oh, sure.
Scooby-Doo and wacky tunes. Ryan's laughter fills the room.
Oh, it does.
Crazy fun. Hot sour breeze the booze. Catch the wave and ride the fun.
I got my taxes done today. I feel good.
Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppy.
Come and join us, everyone. Hoppy Hour is the thing with Ryan Hoppe. We all sing.
Hoppy Hot Topic.
Well, the fate of Fire Festival 2 is up in the air this morning.
Ah, man, of course it is.
After its website had an announcement that the event has been postponed, sparking confusion among ticket holders. Organizers of the heavily scrutinized festival say it will no longer take place in the Mexican resort town of Playa del Carmen. They say they're vetting new locations now.
Yeah, when the Mexican city was like, yeah, we don't know about this, that was a problem.
And will announce the new host destination soon. As you may know, the festival's promoter, Billy McFarland,
is a scumbag.
Pleaded guilty to wire fraud and other crimes tied to the first Firefest fiasco.
Here's my favorite part of these videos. From the Today Show.
Hey, thanks for watching.
No problem, Al Roker.
Don't forget you can catch the Today Show
when?
Every morning.
Oh, I'm sleeping in.
On NBC.
Got it.
Or take Today when you're on the go.
Whatever.
Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.
I'll be sure not to do that. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. Jessica Alba. Bless off at Trump, not women in space. She posted on her story, and she did one of those things that women like to do, where they just post long paragraphs on stories thinking they're so important. Shut up. No one's proud of you. No one cares. I've seen endless criticism of 5 women doing their space thing. I can't see how it affects our lives. I wish people would show same energy and focus that anger towards fearlessly denouncing Trump's abuses of power, which do affect countless lives and us in the world. Okay, well, if that's the case, honey, then maybe the money should go to something else. Yes, it's noble that women went to space. They barely went to space. They weren't there like at the International Space Station or whatever. Wow, you went to space for 10 minutes. I would say the same thing if it were those guys, you know, the guys known as the ones that were stuck up in space that we left behind. And Lauren Sanchez, with all the money they used to fucking put them in space for 5 minutes, you could have saved the other people. Shut up. Tired of it. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Enough of you. Speaking of someone I've had enough of.
Happy Hot Topic.
Blake Lively is sharing her reaction to being named as one of Time 100's most influential people of 2025 amid her legal battle with Justin Baldoni.
That's how pathetic Time magazine has become, is they think she's influential. She's a bitch.
On Wednesday, April 16th, the actress took to Instagram to reflect on the achievement and gave a shout-out to civil rights lawyer Sherilyn Iffel, who had
oh yeah, she's so woke.
Written her entry.
Dumbass.
It's an honor to be acknowledged on the Time 100 list for 2025.
Oh yeah. How much did Blake Lively pay this woman to write about her?
To be written about by the great Sherilyn Iffel is not something I take lightly.
Got it.
Her work has shaped our nation. Who she is as a human, woman, mother, leader, fighter, healer, empath.
Oh, so all the things you don't do to other people because you're a scumbag.
Risk taker and dream maker has shaped my heart and also my stamina to never stop believing in a future that's better and safer for everyone.
Whatever, honey. You're not that freaking important. You're a 5 out of 10 and you're a 4 out of 10 actress.
Thank you, Time, and thank you, Sherilyn Iffel, for one of the most surreal and meaningful moments of my life in this honor. My 10-year-old self is pretty blown away right now.
You know you never blow Ryan.
Lively also posted a screenshot of Iffel's comments about her, which included highlighting a contribution from the actress and husband Ryan Reynolds to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund.
NAACP, man. These reporters are stupid. By the way, that's why she did it, because she gave the money. You're a sellout. You know this woman that wrote the article, if Blake Lively screwed her over, she wouldn't be writing the article. Oh, but you gave money. Gotta hate the rich and elite.
In 2019, the couple had gifted $2 million to, quote, fund social justice initiatives with the NAACP.
So they bought their friendships, because they're all losers that need cue cards to talk to people.
CP, LDF, and the Young Center for Immigrant Children's Rights, according to the organization's website.
Whatever.
I don't know the Blake Lively of the red carpet or the Met Gala.
I know the one that gave me money, because I'm a sellout.
I never watched Gossip Girl.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you know it.
The Blake Lively I know is a philanthropist and a student of our country's most intractable problems.
A student of the problems? Because she creates them, because she's awful to work with and no one likes her.
She and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, reached out in 2019 to make a contribution to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund.
Can we buy your love? We'll do anything to have people think that we're good people, even though we're scumbags. Shut up.
I had been getting a few of these calls as our work fighting against voter suppression and police brutality was receiving national attention.
Well, that's a good point. I don't like dirty cops.
Iffel, who served as the 7th president and director counsel of the NAACP Legal Defense...
NAACP, get it right! Why are these reporters so stupid? You probably went to Syracuse for 8 years and got a broadcasting degree, because all these dorky announcers go there. I wish I could get into Syracuse.
Fund wrote before continuing... I'm always curious about the kind of research famous people do before they make that cold call to offer their support. The ones I have remained in relationship with are those who, like Blake, really did their homework.
No, she just paid for your friendship. Shut up. She doesn't know anything about anything. She's a dummy.
I admired immediately her curiosity and her sincere work to understand the conditions that shape this country. I remember an early conversation in which she expressed frustration that so much of our nation's history was not a part of the instruction she had received as a student. Her commitment to filling those gaps and becoming the most fully informed and prepared citizen is what I appreciate most about her. Blake is a serious person. She's a risk taker.
Okay.
And she's committed to moving this country forward for her children and for mine.
She's not moving anything forward. She's taken women back 10 years. She makes all women look bad, let's be honest here. If you think she represents being a feminist, then your movement's failing. And I'll know about equal rights, but let's be honest here. She's a sociopathic loser.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Let's turn to Blake Lively, who's been busy in London promoting Another Simple Favor as another It Ends With Us crew member sides with Justin Baldoni.
And this woman's, and this person that's siding with Justin is a woman. So that's how you know that Blake's a fraud, because she's supposed to be the authority on all things women, right?
In their never-ending legal battle.
I find it very hard to believe the allegations against him. I feel like maybe Blake smelled his kindness, mistook it for weakness, and tried to take advantage and take...
I bet Blake smells like too much perfume.
power.
Storyboard artist Talia Spencer spoke with 60 Minutes Australia, calling Justin kind and respectful.
He seems like a good-ass dude, man. I'm sure he has his flaws, but we all do.
While accusing Blake of trying to take control of the film.
Did she succeed in the end?
Probably, yeah. I think that there was a massive compromise in terms of Justin's original vision for the film.
Yeah, she tried to take it over because she thinks she knows better, even though she's not the director. And if someone did this to her, like Justin has by throwing shots at her, she gets mad because she's an imbecile.
I think that this is probably the most intense situation I've ever been in film.
No comment from Blake and their civil law.
Of course, because she's a coward. Hide in the corner all you want. But the truth will always come out.
Suits are set for trial in March of 2026, but today she was named as one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential.
All right, we already know that. And if she's influencing this country, we're in a lot of freaking trouble, man.
Kendra Wilkinson shares why she stopped taking weight loss drug.
Because it's gross. I don't know why every woman thinks they need to be super skinny. I love a little meat on my bones. Gives you more to spank. It's like a launching pad from behind.
The former Kendra on Top Star takes to social media April 15th to share an honest message with her followers. Sharing on her Instagram story alongside a selfie, she writes, I started the weight loss shots. Only did one. Never mind throwing away.
Whatever. So proud of you or whatever.
Before continuing on the next slide, a lot of you ask why I threw away the shots. I'm actually okay with a little weight gain. Happier in life nowadays. Heard too many horror stories around me. People end up in ER surgeries. No thanks. This comes after the 39-year-old got candid about aging and her appearance amid criticism from commenters on social media earlier this year. She captioned a mirror photo of herself on Instagram back in January. Yes, I've gained weight. Yes, I'm aging. Yes, I'm not that girl I was before. Playboy girl.
You still look freaking amazing. Sit on my lap.
But for once in a long time, I feel good and mentally healthy. Before adding, kids are my everything. Feeling pretty balanced, working out and cooking a lot more. Golf, work, no housekeeper or nanny. Kendra went on to plead with her followers to stop commenting.
She probably can't afford it.
On her body as she prepares to settle into a new decade. For those of you hating on my new weight, 40-year-old face, please know that I'm happy.
God, she looks good for 40. Oh, she's so freaking hot.
Healthy and at peace in life, finally. Leave me alone and respect that I'm where I actually want to be finally altogether. Almost 40 is feeling amazing. The Kendra Sells Hollywood star also addressed concern from her fans over her relationship with drinking, admitting that there was some room for improvement. To the people criticizing my alcohol intake, I hear you, and that will be monitored better.
Good, I'm proud of you, babe.
Too much is definitely drinking too much, but
whatever.
You know what's coming up in June. Shots. Love ya.
All right, there's that. 856-49 Hoppy. There's this headline that's interesting.
Hoppy Hot Topic.
Haley Joel Osment is experiencing some legal trouble.
I know I'm like an awesome looking person with no pimples on my face, but he is a weird looking dude.
The Sixth Sense star was arrested earlier this month for public intoxication at the Mammoth Mountain Ski Resort in Mammoth Lakes, California. The Mono County Sheriff confirmed to E! News April 16th.
Oh, E! News loves telling you. We confirmed it. Good for you. Shut up.
Osment, who was with the Mountain Ski Patrol when authorities arrived, was booked April 8th by police for public intoxication and possession of a controlled substance after they were called around 2 o'clock p.m. local time about an individual who appeared intoxicated, according to documents obtained by TMZ. The 37-year-old was released shortly after his arrest, per the docs obtained by the outlet. E! News has reached out to Osment's rep for comment on his arrest and has not yet heard back.
I don't get why E! News does that. We reached out, but you're not hearing back. That's freaking pathetic. That is bad.
Hoppy Hot Topic.
We don't know who this guy is. We just like Barack. Who's got a name like Barack? And I'm thinking to myself, it's gonna last for about a month.
Michelle Obama's brother Craig Robinson is revealing why he didn't think her relationship with Barack Obama would last.
Oh wow, this freaking loser. No one cares what you think. Yeah, that's a flawed marriage, but no one's won. Oh my God, what does Michelle Obama's brother think about the marriage? You need Obama for clout, because without him, you're nothing.
The 62-year-old shares that when he first learned that Michelle was dating his future brother-in-law, he suspected the relationship would only last a month.
He was wrong.
He says this on the April 16th episode of their IMO, or In My Opinion, podcast.
Just say, in my opinion. These freaking reporters are stupid over it, you know.
So Mish starts to date Barack, and we don't know who this guy is. We just like Barack. Who's got a name like Barack? And I'm thinking to myself, it's gonna last for about a month. Like,
what have you done in life? What have you accomplished? Shut up.
Like most of your relationships did.
Wow. I bet you're great to date. Freaking douchebag.
True.
And
I've had many a long-term boyfriend.
I wouldn't call those guys boyfriends.
Oh. That was a body count as long as a receipt from CBS.
Oh my gosh.
She's just insufferable, but man, he seems like a dick, bro.
See what I had to go through. You didn't even want to call my boyfriends. None of those guys.
Oh yeah, she's getting banged up, bro. How does that feel? That she banged a lot of guys? Oh, that's gotta drive me nuts.
However, it was a game of basketball that helped Barack get a stamp of approval from Craig.
Oh, wow. Playing sports is how you won him over? That's how you know he's a vapid fake person.
The best part of it was after we met him and she had been dating him for a little while, she said, would you mind, Craig, taking him to play? And at first I said, no way. I am not doing your dirty work for you. If he turns out to be a bad dude,
God, I don't like this guy.
I'm not going to be the one to say.
You're a bad dude. You're talking about others. I mean, I know I talk about others on the show, but they're not family.
And
I don't say a word about my family.
Say, come on, please. And I finally acquiesced.
In the end.
Wow, what a big word. We're proud of you.
The podcast host shares that they had a great time playing.
What did you learn about him?
This is what I learned. Aside from the fact that he is tremendously left-handed, so he couldn't go right at all.
Wow, freaking hilarious.
Most importantly, he was a team player.
All right. Unlike you freaking clout-chasing moron.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
You did let me go, listening to your amigo. Can't believe your mind so controllable like a Nintendo. And the honey, boy, you bumble. Harmonious was ensemble. Don't mean to sound less than humble, but you sure did a combo. And it had to hurt just some kind of way. Probably hurts to lose not knowing you've been played. Probably brings you down to find you should have stayed. Boy, you should have stayed. We went to the cinemas, shared popcorn and soda. Felt right with you on my side. From letters or ticket stubs to long kisses right before bedtime, to finding out you found another love all over neighborhood headlines. And it sure hurt me some kind of way. And it hurts to lose not knowing I've been played. It brings it down to know you should have stayed. Boy, you should have stayed. I can't believe what they told you. That somebody getting go back. I just don't know. Well, here goes nothing. See, what should I do? Don't give him a chance. What should I do? I don't think you should chance it. Don't give him a chance. 'Cause if you give him a chance, he might take you for granted. I know we make mistakes and people want a perfect babe. My heart is something you wanted. You would have never heard it, babe. Just try next time. Consider other people's feelings. And if you heed these lines, there'll be no reason to know. I can't believe what they told you. That somebody getting over. Hey, how can love save the day? Hey, let the wrong one get away. Better watch who your friends are. Friends are. You listen to, they can be misleading you. Better watch who your friends are.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. Well, what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at getcheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. Getcheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afuera Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best boba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RYANHOPPE radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Happy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Happy Hour. Keep this party going and going. But let's hear from Hammer and Hank, which you can hear the Hammer and Hank Show with Henry Oakes and Ryan Hoppe on Spotify by searching up Hammerin, HAMMERIN Hank Show, and check it out on his podcast feed.
People with autism are often treated like they are different. Believe me, we are. Hi, this is Henry Oakes, but my buddies may have known me as Hammer and Hank. I was labeled as slow when I started school. Come to find out at the age of 12, the doctors decided I was autistic. Now at the age of 48, I have completed an associate degree in radio broadcasting and worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an on-air personality. So yes, I am different. People with autism have no needs, no different than you. Laugh, love, and learn to get an education and join the workforce. I did it, and so can anyone else with autism. So when you meet someone with autism, don't feel sorry for them. Work with them. Find out for yourself that autism isn't a disease, it's a condition. To find out more about autism, please visit autismspeaks.org. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Hoppe Hour!
Me, Ryan, Hoppe.
Hey, this is Southside Steve out of Atlanta, Georgia, host of the Yeah Come On Show podcast. And you're listening to the Hoppe Hour with my friend Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, it's MJ from the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM Tampa Bay. And you're listening to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, this is Monica Brooks with the K92 Morning Thing, and you're listening to Ryan Hoppe on the Hoppe Hour.
Perfect.
Hey, this is Rick Rumble from Rumble in the Morning on FM 99 in Norfolk, Virginia. And you are listening to Hoppe Hour with my buddy Ryan Hoppe.
Ryan Hoppe's on the mic, and he's not holding back. This is Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
What up?
Turn the radio up, it's time for thrill.
Oh, sure.
Ryan's here with the latest spiel.
I got it.
And stars and love so real. Hoppe Hour hits with the funky feel. Date nights crashing like a scene at dawn. It's the gossip train that you're riding on.
856 49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773.
Hoppe.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ryan's got the juice.
You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Behave. Tune in now, don't you misbehave. Celebs in the mix, it's a hot affair. From crushes to whispers, we're all aware. Every secret told.
Hoppe Hot Topic.
It would be really disappointing. Not really. It would depend on what was inside the magazine. I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
So weird.
I have never been so grateful for an ellipsis in my life.
You know who's one of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody, and I helped create her? Who? Ivanka. My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's got marvelous legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell. Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Yeah, that's our president. And Ivanka, who's staying away from that pedophile, allegedly. She was seen out and about surfing in Costa Rica, and her butt looks really nice, but I feel bad for Ivanka. A lot of people hate on her, and yeah, there's some sketchy things about her and what she does, but imagine having that as that. It's raging daddy issues. Oh, yeah. So Aaron Rodgers today, of course, went on the Pat McAfee show. He needs to just quit the NFL and join that show full time. He discussed the possibility of retirement.
There's been a lot of people assuming they have information about me that's just not true. I've been straight up with these teams from the start about where I was at, starting with the money thing. I told every single one of the teams I talked to, you know, it ain't about the money. I'll play for 10 M's. You know, I don't care. I never once said I need a multi-year deal, $30, $40 million. That's absolute bullshit. I said I'd play for 10. Yeah. Whatever.
Well, I thought you were a selfish prick.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was.
He is, Pat. Quit kissing his ass.
$60 million or $55 million or whatever. You said you'd pay for $10 million. Okay, so you saying you would play, that means you are thinking, is retirement still on the field? Like, where are you whenever it comes to like playing or not playing?
Well, that's what I told him in March, you know, in the very beginning. You can ask any one of the teams I talked to. That was the conversation. But also the conversation about where I was at in my personal life, the stuff I'm dealing with off the field, in my inner circle, that has to take my attention right now. And so I wasn't, you know, stringing anybody along. I wasn't holding anybody hostage. I was honest from the jump about where I was at mentally.
Yeah, he just seems absolutely, positively insufferable. Charlie Sheen's daughter seems to not like him. Let's hear what Charlie Sheen's daughter has to say about him.
Hi, Mom. Hi, honey. Can I eat this?
Of course you can eat an orange.
I didn't know.
Your tiny little orange? I'll have one too. So your dad wants to go to lunch.
Okay.
Sammy's not going to go because she doesn't want to. Your dad wants to see you. The girls have been through a lot with their dad.
Yeah, and I bet you're perfect.
It has been up and down.
I'm so close with him right now, and I think that's such a blessing.
I would rather do literally anything else than go to lunch with my father.
And that's how guys feel on every single date. And then here's her TikTok about it.
Are there any drugs in this house?
If there
Put that down for a second.
If there are, you better find them and give them to me immediately.
Also, she's wording what her dad said. Listen, honey, you're going to live a miserable life because it's never your fault. And you seem stupid. Just being honest.
TikTok, clocks a juke, we're playing cruel pranks. Hoppy's hour almost done. Feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilted rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout-outs hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout-outs hit the street. But soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Every night like clockwork to a show. Now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine. The void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers silent, I coming to an end like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppe hour. Hoppe hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy hour is now over. Happy hour is now over. Game over. This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
Doors closing.
Dizzy, you know Gareth Pinheiro from 102.5 The Bone. Dizzy is a bitch.